From Santa Claus, Indiana to Bethlehem, PA. From Noel, Missouri to Mistletoe, Kentucky. Let's ride. We want to ride shotgun with you for the next hour, talking trucking with Dean and Doty. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas.
Where's our guy?
Oh,
I knew it. Yeah, we got, all right, there's
Santa.
and where's
the other Santa?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Doty. He's been off screen while we were getting set up, but I'm pretty anxious to see what's up.
Joel, I like your costume too. You look just like him.
Thank you. I didn't have to.
I got my, my beard. I'm trying to fix my.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it fell off. Santa's beard never fell off.
Well, yeah, it's true. It's real.
Ready? You guys.
Looks great.
We are waiting.
Here we go. The grand reveal.
Oh, he went as me from the Christmas party.
Oh, can we get him on screen by himself?
Oh, man.
Just put him on the screen.
With crunk.
We
That's
have
great.
6ix9ine joining us
Florida
today.
thing
He
I've
did the
ever
riffraff beard. I can't.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Are you the guy with Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs?
I even got the gold. I even got the. I can't talk with
He
them.
can't even talk.
Yeah, it's
I
hard,
got
isn't it?
the rainbow teeth
Well,
grills.
Like Dr. No.
Grill.
well, needless to say, everyone, this is the end of the beard contest. So that's why we all look a little crazy or have around here. And
Well,
we've got some pictures to show you guys. Mike, that's great. Christian, where's my presents? Looks like Santa Claus. He's been waiting.
he looks
for
like
this.
Santa Claus. He's literally
He
just
is Santa Claus.
Oh, this is legit too, by the way.
I
Yeah,
know,
I see
that's
that.
awesome. That's awesome.
I'm still waiting on my Red Ryder BB gun. Santa, where's it at?
You shoot your eye out. With that
Shoot your
thing,
eye
too.
out, Nate.
Last year.
So, Christian, did you have to rob a mall Santa for that, or?
No, I did not. We had a Christmas party several years ago, and a couple times we used it, and it was sitting in this bag, and so it's sitting around. Why not use it?
That's a keeper. I like
Yeah,
it.
I thought
Oh,
Mike was
yeah.
going to be here with it. So
I wasn't sure where he
No,
was
yeah.
going with it, but
That's
that's
Mike,
crazy.
you came out of left field.
Mike,
there.
yeah.
that's
So
I had to. I can't even talk.
George Michaels.
I don't know about that one, Joe.
He kind of
Oh,
does.
man.
he does.
Had
It was sitting in the back because they're trying to kill the headlight.
You could have wrestled last week with our other guest.
Yeah,
Right?
I had to.
Yeah,
I had
you
to,
look
I
like
had
in
to go.
WWE.
I had to go full Florida.
Right.
Florida man.
That is the most Florida
Florida
thing
man's
I have
joining us
ever
today.
seen.
That is
Yeah.
great. Yeah. That's fantastic.
I
Joining
dyed
us,
it and all. I had to dye it black and all. To get
I
the
know.
lines.
That's great.
Just to let you know, we do have a cookie that was dropped off here a little bit ago.
And milk.
No,
a bite in it.
I have Gatorade. That doesn't work.
Lactose
great.
intolerant, huh?
That's gonna be
Who would've known?
that's a hairy
Well, if
cookie.
you haven't guessed already, joining us on this week's show, Santa Claus, Mr. Florida man himself, Mike
Riffraff.
Doty, Riffraff,
Yeah.
Tiptoeing in his Jordans.
Ray, Jim Mackey, Nate, Kevin, and the usual suspects in here: Kumar, Ian Dunlap on the news, Zach Kern, our producer, Christian
ho.
Sneed, and look at this.
Look at the gift of all gifts.
Are you kidding?
Kevin, Kevin's in Roanoke. That's a
How'd
surprise.
you wrangling in there?
That's awesome.
Santa can do anything, guys. This just proves it.
That's great.
We can pull a Gary in here too if you'd like to see Gary.
That's how many
Yeah,
cars
right.
on there?
Yeah.
Santa
It's-
Claus is
because they
real.
were all delivering up there.
Oh,
That's right.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
And they're technically off duty if the little elves
They're off
last.
duty.
So
Santa checked.
So we're able to go all the way up to the North Pole.
yes,
As long
yes.
as you have the hours.
Yep. YouTube.com.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Christmas is a couple days away, and we're pretty excited around here. It's going to be a fun holiday. I hope everybody has a safe holiday. We had a little incident. We had an exposure, and I figured we'll just talk about it because everybody needs to know that what you do and what we need to be doing. So we had a Christmas party for our office, and some of our local drivers. We had a couple drivers with us that were one that was in town and one that lives here and runs pretty locally. So someone's wife, one of the driver's wife was there, and she called us today and said she tested positive for COVID. So immediately we tried to get rapid tests, which are impossible to get these days. So if you can go to a library or anywhere and snag some, and put them away, that'd be smart. Cause there's Ian, there was none around anywhere, was there?
No.
Nothing. So I called my mom because my mom and dad had just got over the virus, and my mom had stockpiled those tests. So Ian ran down to her house. She put them on the front porch. We got some tests. We tested negative. We're all vaccinated, so we were hoping that would be the case. It was. Not all of us tested. We did a few of us, and we're saving some tests for tomorrow. But yeah, just be careful during the holidays, and that we all have to be careful. So that's what happened in here. We are going to work remotely for a few days into next week, but we'll just to be on the safe side. So let's get on to the beard contest. I'm pretty excited to see these pictures.
Well, I think the beard contest is over. Doty's already won. It's obvious.
I kept telling everybody you guys are playing for second.
When my wife votes for you,
turn
it's
the
going to
sound up a
really
little?
shake up my house.
Doty
So,
did his in the last
there you
minute. We all worked on those for 2 months.
So there you have Christian.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Is that?
Are
is
you
that
posing for
real?
like a cologne or something?
I told you.
Uh,
I told you the blue beard revolution had started. That's AC, our driver.
Papa Smurf.
That's great.
There's Ian Dunlap on the left, and there's Cody from Metal Arc on the right.
Holy smokes.
There's Austin. That's my brother-in-law's dad. Austin's dad, Jason, on the left, and Jim Mackey on the right. And they look alike. That's
They
what
look like brothers. They look
Yeah.
like brothers.
Colors.
You guys sell duck calls?
That's great. You guys, that's great. So yeah, thanks for joining sending those in, Jason. There's Santa Claus and Kumar.
That is a pointy beard.
Yeah,
All of them
looking
actually.
good. There's Johnny Five, and there is Kevin.
Darker in person.
Look at Ray. I don't know, man, if that's a beard there. Ray
Is that shoe polish in there?
and Nate. Yeah, I like the hair too, Ray. I haven't seen you with your hair down like that in a while.
Ray, what jail cell was that
That's
you were
level
in?
4. Got out of the yard.
That was the bathroom in the shower. I
What's
was
the
like,
difference?
"Gee."
Nate.
Supermax.
Nate, man, that's really getting out. Did you use did you just shampoo it and stuff recently? It looks really fluffy and
I was actually just like Ray right after I got out the shower.
yeah.
I mean,
That's great.
I put, beard balm and stuff in it, and then comb it out. But I mean, that's about it.
I did that because Jim Mackey left us some, what was that, beard oil? Ian,
Yeah.
he left us some here in the office a month or so ago before I shaved mine, and Ian and I used it. It was pretty shiny.
It looks like you grew Troy Polamalu on your chin. That's what it looks like. You play incredible defense with that beard game. That's great.
Yeah, that's great. And who else we got? Is that it? No.
I love.
There's this guy.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, in front of the heater in my garage sideways.
R.I.P. Bluebeard
So dries
Revolution.
beard.
Bluebeard Revolution. And
New
it,
shoe polish.
yeah, so that's great. There's more contestants, guys. We didn't get all the pictures. We're giving them till Friday to get them in. And then what's going to happen is Matthew's going to make a video, right? Kumar, is that how we're doing it? Matt?
Yeah.
That's what he said. So Matt, my son who does the video on the show, he's going to make a video just like we did in the fishing contest and then send it back to Christian and Kumar. And then they'll, you guys explain it. We'll figure it out. You guys are going to put it on Facebook and let anyone judge, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
That's really cool. So
People's
we'll be looking
choice.
we'll look forward to that. And I'm sure you'll see it on our social media when it's up on Facebook. So awesome. Thanks everybody for your participation in the beard contest. It was a lot of fun. I have to pay the $150. Lee has to pay $150 because we did shave before it was over. So that goes to the St. Jude's. Whoever wins gets $250 from Talkin Truckin. So that'll be cool. And we will know once the Facebook, you guys set the parameters, Christian and Kumar, on how long the votes go or whatever, and then just cut it off and we come back. So we're going to do a best of next week and we'll come back after the new year. And then, we'll tell you who the winner is.
And most
We can-
importantly, we get to haze the loser, which it looks like Doty already hazed himself. But
Yeah.
have you been out shopping in Florida where they just give you a head nod like, yeah, that's my bro?
Yeah,
I
have
went
you
right from the barber to the house. There was only one guy in the barber shop when I left.
So
and I
have
had
you
to
went
make-
any? That's all
No.
you haven't went anywhere else. Yeah.
No, I just got this done.
I mean, you should kind of like go to the grocery store later tonight.
I
right?
wish you got pulled over by a cop because they'd be checking your trunk for cocaine.
Oh
sure.
yeah,
That should be
especially
your
in
new
Florida.
Sure.
Yeah,
You saw that
For
story.
sure.
that's great.
Actually looks good on you.
It does look
They,
good.
I was gonna say you should keep that. That looks pretty
Zach
good.
loves
Pretty
it.
bad.
You know, if you had a wrestling name, we should all pick. I think it would be like Lady
Right.
Slayer.
Let's ask
Yeah.
Gunner.
Ask
Kind
Gunner.
of tweak your neck every once in a while, or twitch your neck every once in a while.
Right.
We have the Tampa Trampler with us today.
Tampa Trampler.
Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
I like it.
Ravishing Rick Rude. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you guys, so we saw over there Kevin sitting next to Santa Claus, aka Christian
He's
Sneeze.
been a
sitting on
very
his
good
lap,
boy. These
I'm
chairs won't hold both of us, man. It's just
I'm
These
glad you got
chairs-
to stop in there, Kevin. And you got to meet Gary too.
oh yeah.
Gary stopped in. Gary's a good guy.
Christmas Santa gave him Christmas gifts.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
so yeah, they'll
They
be
still
headed
got-
that way.
They still got to come up here and get their Talkin Truckin shirts and their
Y-
beanies that we got.
You know, if
Yeah.
you just
Metal
step
art.
back and look at the screen right now at the cast of characters,
It looks like a
there's
GTA
Santa
game.
and and me.
Yeah, I can't tell if this is
Santa
Halloween.
hats. And the,
Yeah.
It's like an Irish
Oh,
Stern
man.
show.
Looks
Yeah.
like the start of a really good movie, guys.
Yeah, it's
Hangover 3.
fantastic. Well, so Joel, before we get onto the news, we're going to get into there's a little bit of news going on. What's the pick'em for football? Who won this week?
You really want to know, huh?
I know I don't, because I know I didn't. You already told me I didn't.
Well, darn it, it was almost me again, but it wasn't. The pick'em winner for this week
Drum roll,
is
please.
our Schneider rep in Wisconsin.
Berkey.
Everybody's got one now.
So Berkey's got one.
For
Christian's got one.
you want me to double check on that?
I have one.
Christian's
No,
got it.
I
Wrote
got
down.
it right here.
Okay, he's got it. I know Christian wrote
Ian
it down.
Kumar, Christian Ray, and Burke.
Ian, Kumar, Christian, Ray, and Burke all have one. Wow, this is a little more even than the
Joe
last one.
almost had two, but
Yeah.
that don't count.
And there's 3 games left, right?
3 games.
3 games left.
Regular
Three
season.
3 games or weeks?
3
Weeks.
Well, weeks. That's what I mean.
Games that
Oh,
are regular.
yeah.
For
Um.
wonder who the loser was?
Well, here's
Yes.
one thing I want to mention. You guys watch your emails for the pick'em next week, because we won't be doing the show. We were doing the best of, so watch your emails and get them back in to Kumar or Zach or whoever you send them into. So yeah,
Yep. Email's already sent. So
who lost, Joel? Because that's who has Kumar in the questions.
Well,
with
it's
Kumar.
split. So Kumar had a good week last week, but he not so much this week. Kumar and I was gonna say Burks. Johnny Five.
Johnny 5 and Kumar. So they both have to pay the pot if Kumar loses. That's how we did it last week.
Not us.
Right.
It's not us.
All right.
Not us.
So Kumar, do you know how much money we're up to with the St. Jude's? We're gonna he's been collecting. We're gonna write a check after
yeah,
New Year's.
I have it tallied up. I think we're a little over 1,000 just with all these donations in here from the
Just the contest of trucking questions with Kumar.
Yep.
And then I know for a fact there's another 1,000.
Mhm.
So that puts us over 2,000 to St. Jude's. And then we've got
Texas Expo is donating 100.
Okay. And then we've got a couple of businesses around here in Barberton that are donating.
Yep.
So we're well over 2,000, maybe close to 2,400. So
And
go ahead, Mike.
no, I was just gonna say I'm gonna donate too, and then if
Awesome.
well, if I win the beard thing, you can just put that towards it.
Okay.
If I win the football bet.
But
When,
so-
I win the beard contest, you can just put that towards the St. Jude.
and drivers, Christian's got a big check. We're going to put it on. We're going to do it on a show. Carol's already contacted St. Jude, so she knows how to get the money to him. So anyone else that outside of the little contest we have or anything, if it's $5, $10, $15, it goes to, one of the greatest causes there is. It's been fun to do it. So, just contact Zach or Kumar and let them know what your donation is, and they will figure out how to get it from you. And so maybe we can hit $3,000. Let's see. That'd be great. All right, Ian, what's going on in the world of trucking, the ports?
Nothing.
Nothing.
They all
Christmas
sunk.
vacation. They all went home.
Yeah.
All those ships that were in the harbor,
Yeah.
they sank. All right. So we do have a couple things going on in the harbor. There was some more statistics that have come out since it's almost the end of the year. In the past month, they have gotten the backlog down 37%. So they are getting, containers pushed through out of the warehouses and, onto the road where they need to be outside of the city of LA. So they have been getting a lot more of that done. I mean, the backlog of ships that are waiting out here is tremendously less. There's a lot less than there was before the past couple weeks, past month. Looks like they got a lot of the stuff off, and they had everything timed just right.
That's good.
And then as a total, even though there's a couple weeks left, they are looking at a total of a 13% jump for the entire year. It doesn't really sound like much, but with how much volume that they handle,
that's huge.
It was astronomical. I mean, that's why we saw this whole backup.
Yeah, that's huge.
Onto this driver, the Colorado driver that everyone's been really talking about. The district attorney is possibly going to reconsider or try to get a hearing to reconsider the extremely long sentence. I don't think anyone's going to argue that this guy didn't do anything wrong, but that sentence was just ridiculous. I mean, no one deserves that for an accident like that. What do you guys think about that?
I think we talked about it a week ago. It's sad all the way around.
The sentence didn't match the negligence. It was negligence, but the sentence didn't match it.
You feel bad for a guy that's in his early 20s and going to jail the rest of his life for 100 years or whatever it was for an accident that, yes, he made mistakes. Yes, he could have done. He's a professional, even though he's young, but it was an accident. He didn't mean to kill anybody. No. It happened. It's sad, the people that lost their lives, the people that were injured. But we all, like I said last week, man, I just feel this heaviness of like empathy for this guy. Because that could have been any of us,
Yeah. What's crazy is a drunk driver could have, did the same thing and probably not got as many years.
Not even close. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely.
There was one in right up by Cleveland, outside of Cleveland. I grew up in a smaller town right out of Cleveland, and someone I knew hit and killed someone and their dog drunk driving. This was probably 14, 15 years ago. And it was a girl. She only got 10 years. Yeah. And because she didn't even remember it. She was way over the limit. Maybe that's why I think, wow, it's such a heavy, this guy wasn't drinking or anything. He just made a mistake.
That's what I mean. When you compare it, it's just tough when you start comparing. And I know you can't really do that. It's hard. But when you start comparing it to other, just other sentences that or other things people do that they get sentenced for or convicted for, it just doesn't seem to line up. And just sucks.
And what this could be used for in the future is to more and more drivers could be having sentences like this if similar things happen. So that's why they need to fight hard to reverse this now.
Yeah.
Well, also let it keep us aware that we are professional drivers and we are professionally trained. We have a commercial driver's license. You got to take that serious. You got to do your pre-trips and your post-trips and take it serious.
I honestly think it probably falls more so on wherever. I guarantee you his training was crap. I guarantee you he had, I don't know, but I think, a couple weeks of training and probably got thrown in a truck, just like every other driver.
But that's actually going to lead us into the next thing that I want to talk about here. So White House released new plans to try and help with the driver or supposed lack of driver problem. And here's a couple of things that they are looking at doing: reducing barriers and delays to get commercial driver's license, launching a 90-day effort to expand and accelerate apprenticeship programs, They're going to outreach to veterans that have had certified trucking experience, and starting in a multi-agency initiative to ensure strong, safe, and stable workforce. I do gotta say, in light of this accident, I'm worried about them reducing barriers and delays to getting a commercial driver's license. Do you guys think that enough training goes into what's being taught?
No,
in most cases, no.
And I think you can't have bullet point number 4 in there if you have the bullet point number 1 and 2 above it.
What was 4?
Starting a multi-agency initiative to ensure strong, safe, and stable workforce.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, you're accelerating apprentices's and removing barriers to commercial license.
I mean, I don't think they should just be throwing anybody they can in trucks to try and solve, this issue. That's just going to make more issues.
Yeah.
I really don't even know that there really is a driver shortage, because they've been saying that for the past 15 years that there is a driver shortage. And in my opinion, I mean, so this is the way I look at it. If you flood the market with drivers, the rates are all going to go down.
Absolutely.
So do you really want to open up or relax the regulations on commercial drivers? And not only that, you're going to get less quality of a driver.
Well, that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
All of our
like you had.
Yeah, all of our families, like Christian, Ian were saying, all of our families are on the road. Joel, you remember when we were in truck driving school, 30 days we spent in school, then we went with a trainer, but afterwards for a while, but 30 days and we were behind a wheel, and that school was horrible. It was terrible. We were both scared to death when we first got on the road. Actually,
there's really nothing.
Yeah,
not quite.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great at all.
That's honestly the reason why I liked, and I hate to say it, but if there are a bigger company based out of Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah.
But their training program.
Nate,
well, yeah, but
several of those. I know who you're talking about. We all do.
Yeah. So their training program then, I don't know about now, but you did everything there. Your classroom work to get your permit, and then you went out on into a truck with a trainer for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then
they have
went back and did another 6 months after your license. So, I mean, you got a whole year of training before you ever got set out on your own.
Right.
Yeah, they have a good training program. Like for me though, I started at PAM. I went to a 2-week school here in Lakeland, and then I went out to Arkansas, and I was in a truck with a trainer.
I still can't get over. I'm looking at Santa Claus and
no joke.
2 weeks.
This is cracking me.
What has Christmas come to these days?
Right.
Go ahead though, Mike. You
and
went to
I
Arkansas.
went to
You need a
and then I went
toothpick
to
in your mouth.
Arkansas and that was too good. I had it right here. And I went to Arkansas, went with a trainer for 2 weeks, and that was it. Then I was in a truck. So I had literally, and in school in Lakeland, I had one time in a truck on the road before I did my road test. And other than that, it was just backing in a yard.
Yeah.
And then I drove with my trainer in PAM for 2 weeks, and then was in a truck. So I maybe had, drive time, I don't know how many miles, but drive time, I probably only had about, 150 hours of drive time before I was in a truck on my own.
Joel and I had
with COTS, actually.
We had a couple of months, or was about 6 weeks over at Swift. I felt like the training was good there. We had already got out of truck driving school and had our CDLs, and then we went out with trainers. And then Joel and I started teaming. We were with a trainer for a short time before that, 3 of us in a truck. But that was rough. I think we've talked about that on the show before. But
act like sardines.
Yeah, I mean, those big companies, I'm not all of them are bad. I felt like Joel and I we got a pretty good amount of training from when we started at Swift. It wasn't like 6 months like you were talking about, Nate.
Yeah, well, and see, that was the thing. Like the entire time. Okay, so after I got my permit, the first 6 months, that trainer's job was just to teach me the fundamentals of being able to pass the driven, the backing, and the pre-trip test. And then after that, well, I mean, you know, of course, everything else, but then after that, it was, you know, just because you have your license, we still don't trust you to drive. So you're going to go back out with another trainer for so much time. And all we did, me and my trainer for that entire time, was East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah.
East Coast, West Coast. That's all we did.
I'm just sitting here looking at Kevin sitting next to Santa Claus, and I am just cracking up.
Oh man.
Well, Santa Claus would like to comment here. I think
go ahead.
There are a number of things. So in Virginia, we have the V3 program, which we're certified for us. I don't know if you have an Ohio version of that too, where it is putting veterans to work in different industries, but we have it certified for the commercial division. I also feel like we are not intentionally in our country, like you talked about the job application the other week and how you can't find professional Class A truck driver, but you can find like bank teller and, you know, vacuum clean repair guy. Mm-hmm. If we made the same effort that the armed services did or something similar, where you were taking kids that were in school or coming through and wanted to get an education, if I had to look at my educational background, if I took the 4-year degree off the wall where I came out making $30,000 and I applied that today and I had a 4-year training apprenticeship program with transportation, would it be longer? Yes. But if it was a detailed, almost an associate's degree, and when you came out, you were certified from a schooling aspect, and we pushed it that way, I think we'd have a lot more luck. I mean, a lot of guys fall into this because it's something they've done either, you know, with their parents or grandparents were into it. It's, you know, something the family's done. They might have been into something else like limousine driving or dump truck hauling or school bus driving and fall into it. But there's not a lot of communication about it. You know, if OOIDA got involved and we're on college campuses saying, you want to come out and make 30 grand out of college, you want to come make 65. Yeah, pretty easy.
Yeah. And a lot of guys do fall into it from family and stuff. I know Kevin, your dad drove. I know a lot of guys on our fleet, you know, it's kind of been handed down.
I learned from my cousin.
Yeah. I thought you learned from Moses or Jesus or somebody. Jim Mackey.
I heard it was Noah just after the flood.
You know, I don't know what this schooling is all about, really.
He's like, I
grandfathered into this.
You probably had a chauffeur's license, didn't you?
Yes, I had a chauffeur's license.
Learned how to steer an arc before he learned how to steer a truck.
That's actually, I think that's what my dad had too. Even though my dad was a carpenter for, you know, a union carpenter in Cleveland and that's what he retired at. But he did drive for a couple of years, and he had back then it was easy. There was no school. You just go to the DMV, get a chauffeur's license, and go.
My driving test, I went around the block and backed into a dock, and then that was it.
Yeah.
5 questions.
Yeah, it was the only dock in the state.
5 questions.
I actually used the same driver's license, chauffeur's license, to drive an ambulance that I did before trucking that I did to drive a truck.
Yeah.
Did that ambulance have air brakes?
No.
You a pre-trip on an ambulance?
No. They had one person in the front, one in the back, and they were carrying him around everywhere he was going.
It didn't have power steering. It didn't have AC.
That's right.
That's crazy.
No, I thought I was in heaven when I got center point steering. That was like really cool.
Yeah. The handbrake, they tightened up your drive shaft so it won't roll downhill.
Yeah.
Carried a block of wood so you can put it in front of the wheel.
And how many duplexes and triplexes have you drove? I'd have never asked you that.
No, I've never drove more than one stick, but I think I've drove every other combination.
Yeah, I sent you a video, Ray. I think I sent it to you, and I don't know if it was one of the guys on the show or maybe Mark Chavez. You remember, Ray, that guy? Looked like he was about 75, 80 years old. Someone was videoing him in an old cab over with 3 sticks.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, Ray?
Yeah, I do.
That was slick, man. This guy was just on it too.
Yeah.
He knew that truck like an extension of his body. It was really cool to watch.
Yeah, I was confused and going cross-eyed.
I know he was fast too.
Yeah.
I'll have to find that and send that to some of you guys. I've never drove one of those either. I've driven 18 speed for a while, but not multi sticks.
I got the chance to drive a duplex. One of the places I worked for before I got my CDL actually had an old one stack Mac that they used to move trailers around their yard in.
That just sounds cool. One stack Mac. Maybe that should be what we should call Mike, his wrestling name, One Stack Mac.
Or like one move. Or like one stash. It's just
one stash
Mac.
Mac.
One stash Mac.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, so Ian, that was it on the news, huh?
Yes.
It's kind of slow this week.
And he is out of
Christmas week.
Yes.
Yeah. Ian's got to go. So, all right, let's get on to some sports and then some trucking questions with Kumar.
All right.
While he's getting ready.
Oh, let's do it then.
Yeah, let's get ready to rumble.
What's up, guys? Well, there's not a lot in sports either, except a little football. Here we are in December. Let's get on with the let's get with the NBA first. Let's talk about the top 3 in the East. We got Brooklyn, we got Chicago, we got Cleveland. And out west, nothing's changed. Phoenix, Golden State, and Utah. Over in the NHL, they are paused. They are on pause right now, not playing, no schedule until further notice. And that's how they're playing that. The NHL. Over to football. Did I say this was going to be short?
Well, they've been canceling games left and right in just about every league.
Yep. And so slow right now in the MMA. So on the football, let's talk some NCAA last night. Over in the Idaho Potato Bowl, Wyoming 52 are Kent State Golden Flashers 38. Congratulations on 5 seasons from both of those programs. Also over in the Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl.
Wow.
San Diego State 38. University of Texas San Antonio 24. Sorry about that, Ray.
Oh, sorry.
It's all your fault. Tonight we have the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Area 51 Bowl. I wonder if we're going to be playing there.
Is it next year?
No, it's not Area 51. It is the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. We have Missouri versus Army and a slew of games throughout the weekend. Check your local scheduling for your team. Games all the way up until New Year's Eve. The big ones, of course, Michigan, Georgia, Cincinnati versus Alabama.
When is that game?
Next Friday,
New Year's Eve.
Not Christmas Eve. New Year's Eve, and then we have the national championship game, probably second week.
So we got Cincinnati playing Alabama.
Yep.
Alabama's a
14-point spread on that.
And then we got Georgia playing
Michigan. I think Georgia's a 4-point favorite.
So there's a good chance we could see another rematch between Alabama and Georgia for the national championship.
Only Georgia and Alabama people in those 2 states want to see that. The rest of the country has other ideas.
I'd kind of like to see it, and I'm in Ohio, Joel.
Okay, well, I stand corrected. Let's get over to the NFL. Right now, the big story, as you know, the outbreak. We have teams, coaches, players, personnel. It's quite frankly hard to get 11 people on the field. I think the Browns needed their 3rd-string quarterback to pull through to have a chance at the playoffs.
Yeah, we had 24 starters out, and they moved the game to Monday night at 5.
Who knows what's going to happen? Right?
We lost, and we got to play again. We got to play Green Bay Saturday. So yeah,
that's an easy team.
Yeah, the Browns are kind of we're holding on to the last string of hope. They got to win out, starting with Green Bay, which is
you are your name. You're Brown.
They're like,
but
3 more weeks.
You know what's funny about sports? So at the beginning of this season, Christian, Mike, Kevin, you guys remember we were talking about Browns going to the Super Bowl. We were talking about it on the show.
Let's not
Joel said that.
No,
we just thought the Browns.
I know not what you.
Everybody was talking about it. The Browns
don't blame it on COVID, please.
And no. I'm saying this.
No, they suck.
And we were talking about that, and we were also talking about the Cavs, the Cleveland Cavaliers, being a dumpster fire, and that they were just since LeBron, they've been no good. out of nowhere, the Cavaliers are ranked 3 in the East. And I've been watching them. I love basketball, and they are a really good young team with kind of just no names. I mean, they're starting to get a little popular, but it's really cool to watch. So that's sports, man. It just, what you think, it goes completely opposite, different directions.
But a Browns fan thinks that they're going to win every single year.
Yeah.
I've heard that from a Browns fan.
I've got $50 on Brady going to the Super Bowl with you, Russ, just in case.
We have a bet on the Super Bowl, actually. If Tampa Bay goes to the Super Bowl, I owe Christian $50, or I might owe it to the next charity or whatever we're doing, whatever we decided. I forgot, but forgot about
towards
that.
the steak
Super
dinner.
Bowl. But if they don't go to the Super Bowl, which I still believe Tampa's not going.
Oh no,
Let's put it out.
Well, they're falling apart.
I'm
New
Santa
Orleans
Claus,
hit
and
2
I get to
grand
tell you what
slams
to
and a
believe
solo
in.
shot in that baseball game the other night, the 9-0. That was
Talking about the Saints game. You talking about the Saints game?
Yeah.
Every good quarterback needs a break. Okay.
He's had a few.
Joe Theismann had one.
Hey,
You
Mike,
guys
you're on
get
mute.
breaks all the time. You're on your 3rd string. Good job, guys.
Right.
All right, so real quick, over in the NFL, AFC East, it's New England 9-5, leading Buffalo by 1. In the North, Cincinnati tied up with
Speaking of
Baltimore.
that, New England and Buffalo play this week. They play each other again for the second
wow.
time this year. It's going to be a good game.
There we go. In the South, Tennessee, flaming 9-5, trying to hold on. In the West, Kansas City 10-4. They've found their stride, I believe. 4 teams in the AFC in contention playoffs. In the NFC, Dallas over the East, leading 10-4. They're going to win that division. In the North, Green Bay 11-3. They look strong. South, Tampa Bay. Mike, what's going on? Your boys are flaming. 10-4. They're going to win the South. And in the West, Arizona and the Rams are knotted up at 10-4. Arizona is flaming. The Rams are on the up and up.
Yeah, Arizona's lost 2 in a row, didn't they?
They lost to the Detroit.
Yeah, they lost to Detroit.
5 teams in contention. And there you have it for sports. Decent.
All right.
Also, Tyron Woodley fought Jake Paul for the 2nd time and got knocked out cold. So there's that.
He fell through the ring.
Yep.
That was more than knocked out.
Yeah.
He was
And
using another
fell
planet
through
when he
the
woke
ring,
up.
man.
Everybody
He
is
woke
saying
up.
it's fake. Did you see that at all? Like,
Yeah, but he changed elevations. It looked like he was came in low, and then he came through the side. So it's not fake. It's just he got knocked out.
oh yeah, that was a real punch, and that was a hard punch. Like,
Everybody walks into one.
yeah, that was a bad knockout. And I mean, Tyron's been fighting forever, so his chin's probably super weak. And
Yeah, he was gone
Pretty
3
easy.
years ago,
But his
but
wallet's
you know,
super
But
fat.
he flew
Yeah.
through the ropes and
no,
out of the ring.
no, he didn't.
No.
It was like face
The
down
Rock
in the middle
fell
of
out
the
of the
ring.
ring.
you remember when Rocky? You
Stunner.
remember when Apollo got hit by Drago and he just fell like a pancake?
Oh, yeah.
It was like
Rocky.
that on steroids. Like when it
Okay.
happened, I'm like, my brother sent it to me because I didn't watch it. I was like, is some kid making this image online somewhere? And then I looked it up. I'm like, no, that's real. He did a face plant, like hardcore.
Kumar, send me a link to that later. I want to
Yeah.
check it out because I don't know much about these.
You got to
So
get
it
the
just-
ring height view. The ring height view is great because then you really
Yeah.
see him eat them. It looked like just a slab of meat bouncing off of the canvas.
Wow.
Just knocked me out for 40 grand.
So it looks like literally his soul just left his body.
Well,
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. Yeah,
Zach,
his
if I
soul
send
went
it to
one
you,
way
could
and
you
his
put it
body
up?
went the other.
I don't know the
might be able to.
legality of that.
We'd have to get some the rough and rowdy videos. Zach.
Yeah.
Bring it
Oh,
around.
yeah, we should play the big.
So
That's a no.
you might need an air horn.
We'll just have to have TV static or that.
Okay, Joel. So we got some trucking questions with Kumar
Yeah, you ready?
coming on. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Ready, Kumar?
Ian's
so-
not here. I'm gonna eat his.
We're ready, guys.
Just so everybody knows, Kumar has to pay the pot if he loses, and so does Johnny 5 if he loses. So that'd be $40 more, 20 each, or is it 25? Whatever we do, 25. We'll
All
just
right.
say that.
Kumar,
And
you probably heard some of these before.
drivers, are you ready?
Let's go.
Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, they're ready.
When driving on a long downhill slope, how should you brake? Is it A, only using your brakes? Is it B, only using your Jake brake? Is it C, downshifting then using the brakes? Or is it D, mostly using the brakes and occasionally downshifting?
So Kumar,
What do you think?
Downshifting and hitting the brake,
Why would you ever do
and then
that?
hitting the brakes.
Mm.
You're not tricking me this time, buddy.
They're
Kevin,
all automatics. What do you mean?
Not Selby.
Kevin, Nate, Ray. Think he's right. Downshifting, then using the brakes. So you're doing both, a little combination of both.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
You know he's right.
Yeah, he's right. He got it. He answered with confidence.
Count it.
He doesn't want to.
That was arrogance. There was no confidence. You're not going to trick me this time.
There's a lot of typos in this.
There's already 6 wins in the football.
He's gotten a little smarter with trucking since he's been here.
I am very smart.
All right, Kumar. Question 2. What should you do if there is a cargo fire in a box trailer? Should you A, the trailer doors should be open? B, the trailer doors should not be open? C, a large heavy blanket should be put over the trailer? Or D, use your fire extinguisher?
So you have a fire.
You have a fire in a van
in your trailer.
Should the doors be open? Should they be closed? Should you use a blanket or should you use your fire extinguisher?
I'll go with they should be closed.
So the trailer, you think the trailer doors should stay closed?
Yeah. Cut off
Now,
the
why
oxygen.
do you think that?
Cut off the oxygen. That's why.
So smart. Can we get around?
Drivers, what do you think? Is he right? Should you open the trailer doors if you know you have a cargo fire inside? Should you leave them shut? Should you use a large heavy blanket to put over the whole trailer or use your fire
Y'all
extinguisher?
feel free to send in questions.
I don't know. I'm going to unhook my tractor and get out of there.
He's gone.
Disconnect.
I just cover my eyes and
A
pretend
little
I'm
water on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say fire extinguisher.
Well, the right answer,
technically,
the right answer is the trailer door should stay shut.
Yeah.
So
Unless
we got
the fire
that.
marshal tells you to open it.
Tonight's gonna be.
But is there a reason, Joel? Is it because he's keeping the air from igniting it more, letting it giving it some?
That's got to
oxygen?
be.
That's what it makes sense.
See, and my whole
Well,
thing on
I would
that
think
question,
explosion.
though,
Maybe I wouldn't.
What'd you say, Nate?
my whole thing on that question though is you're not gonna know you have a fire inside your trailer unless you can see the smoke coming out. So I mean, at that point, it would be, I would think, common sense not to open the doors, because all you're gonna do is create a backdraft at that point.
Right.
Great.
See, that's my point. I don't care. I don't care if the doors are closed. I'm just gonna use a fire extinguisher anyways.
Yeah.
Just because I rarely ever get to use one, and it'd be fun,
I'm with Jim. I'm with
Let's
Jim.
light that trailer on fire.
Yeah, I'm with Jim. I'm dropping the landing gear and calling 911 when I get to the truck stop down the road. Yeah.
All right. Don't open your doors.
Okay.
Right,
It would be cool to get a big giant blanket and putting it over top of that'd be cool.
A couple tarps.
Yeah, get a tarp.
I'm not messing on my blanket.
Christian, years ago, we did haul a whole dry van full of candles, and it went up in flames. The whole thing. You remember
Are
that,
you
Joel?
kidding me or no?
No, I'm not kidding you. This was, and I don't know what started the fire. We still don't know, but
I remember
Joel's heavy braking.
Nate telling me about
the
this.
car hauler.
yeah, and the driver actually unhooked and got away from it because it was just all the candles were lit. I mean, not being funny, it really
How
happened
does
like
that even happen?
Right up.
I don't know, and we saw
too
it.
hot
I
in
mean,
there.
we saw pictures of it just going,
Probably
lit up the night.
Yeah,
Probably
see,
was toasting
that's the
extinguisher
scenario where
went
Jim
up.
Mackey would have been right.
Yeah, yeah, that really happened to us.
Yeah.
He let his landing gear.
What did Kevin say?
I said you already answered it with your story.
Oh,
You unhooked the trailer first.
yeah.
Drop the trailer. Vamonos.
But that happened at night, and when
Vamonos.
the driver did get unhooked and get away from it, so he saved the tractor. But when we saw the pictures, it lit up the whole sky. Man, it was bright.
Plot fire.
Fragrant,
Okay.
Were they the fragrant candles? Smell good all over the place.
They were Yankee
The
candles.
ones you blow out and keep come back.
You know,
to
from
life.
the Yankee Candle Company, those popular ones.
Yeah, pumpkin pie.
Yeah,
Hey, Kumar.
pumpkin
It
spice.
was shimmering
vanilla.
nights in it.
What should you do when entering a curve? Should you A, speed up, B, downshift, C, use the shoulder, or D, shift into neutral?
Downshift.
This
I
is
get that?
Christmas. Make this real
I
easy.
mean,
Must be Christmas time.
He must have driven a stick before.
I must have.
Yeah.
That's weird.
he
I
got
heard
it. I
Kumar
mean,
has his CDL permit now.
That must be some curve.
I was always told brake before and accelerate through.
yeah, I've heard that too, Jim.
Yeah.
I'm just making these up. I don't
So this isn't Days of Thunder, Jim.
So did I
Dale
get that?
You got it.
You got that right.
Yeah.
3-0. All right. So 3 more, 1 more, and we're done. What?
Hold on. If I win, can you sing us a Christmas Carol?
He's got a song.
That's fair. That is
How
fair.
about if you win, I'll give you 1 more win, so you're not the loser on the football bet.
Okay, deal.
All right.
There we go.
Question 4. What will happen if you remain in neutral for too long while switching gears? A, the vehicle will speed up. B, you might have trouble putting the vehicle in the next gear. C, you may kill the engine. Or D, you will save on your MPG.
Can you repeat that again? One more
I'll
time?
help you. What will happen if you remain in neutral for too long while switching gears? The vehicle will speed up. You might have trouble putting the vehicle in the next gear. You may kill the engine. You will save on your MPGs.
I'm gonna have to say.
I think you got him, Joel.
You may kill the engine.
I think you might have him, Joel. What do you guys say?
You might kill
It's an easy one.
Technically,
Yeah,
you
you're
would
gonna
save
have
on your
trouble
miles per
getting into
gallon.
next year and save on your miles per gallon.
That's right.
Yep.
There you go.
Make sure you do that in cabbage.
To make a call.
Yeah.
That's too if you're going downhill.
Yeah.
Because your
Going down
RPMs,
cabbage
your
to neutral, that'd be
your
great.
RPMs when you're shifting gears, okay, and you go into neutral. That's
Yeah.
why they double clutch. Sometimes you got to rev to get your RPMs right in order to get the next gear. If you stay in neutral too long, your RPMs are going to fall,
Yeah.
and you're not going to hit the gear. And that's where they call grinding
That
gears.
could have
Right.
happened to our guy in Colorado.
You can't find them, grind them.
Yeah. So all right, we got 1, 3-1.
That's
Kumar.
okay.
All right. Question 5. What does it mean when a trucker says, keep the shiny side up and the greasy side down? Is it A, don't roll your truck and stay safe? Is it B, your truck could use a good washing? Is it C, don't get caught doing something illegal? Or is it D, don't just eat junk food while driving?
I'll go with A.
That was a pretty easy one, Joel.
Sure, you don't want to go with the don't eat junk food?
You're thinking about eggs.
I like your other answers though. Don't get caught doing something illegal, or don't eat junk food while driving.
All right. So you're doing, what have we missed? 1. Do you know about the trucking 12 Days of Christmas?
I do not. Can you sing it for me?
All right. So we need to know what Donnie was bringing. Was it Donnie? We need to know what Eddie was bringing on the 5th day of Christmas. Without further ado, here we go. So on the 12th day of Christmas, Eddie gave, on the 12th day of Christmas, Eddie gave to me 12 trailers loaded, 11 Santa sacks, 10 mince pies, 9 knitted jumpers, 8 rolls of wrapping, 7 spotters spotting, 6 Christmas crackers, 5 tons of what? 4 frozen turkeys, 3 party hats, 2 twinkling trees, and a new truck for my delivery. So on the 5th day of Christmas, what did
5
Eddie
tons
bring?
of what?
Was it 5 tons of coal? Was it 5 tons of cabbage? Was it 5 tons of sprouts? Or was it 5 tons of beer?
I thought it said spirits. I was reading somebody's crazy handwriting, apparently.
With pizza juice all
Hey,
over
Joe.
it.
Coal.
Hey, Joe, I think you need a metronome.
And pitch correction.
Pitch correction?
Coal, cabbage, sprouts, or beer.
I think coal sounds the best.
He didn't give me an answer.
5 tons of coal. Or was it cabbage, or was it sprouts, or was it beer?
Drivers, you have any idea?
Probably coal.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with coal.
I'm
Coal.
thinking the same thing.
That'd be my guess too.
Jason
Well,
Aldean
it's
here
not.
says
It's
coal.
sprouts.
It's sprouts.
4 frozen
Sprouts.
turkeys, 3 party hats, 2 twinkling trees,
All right.
and a new truck.
Is that a real song, or did he make that up?
No.
Made it up 5
No,
minutes.
it's a real song.
That's a real song. All right. So
That's
Kumar
terrible.
wins. That means I got to pay. Kumar, you can write it down.
Terrible.
Merry Christmas.
25 more bucks
Joel,
from
work
me.
on your
Accent.
The St. Jude's.
The
Yeah, we're-
hillbilly accent last week wasn't enough.
So Christian, Mike, so Mike sent me a little text earlier today. He was like, he's been running some guys up to Denver from SoCal, and Mike, those rates jumped up a little bit.
We just lost half our viewership from those that are boycotting Colorado. Thanks, Russ.
I was gonna say there's a reason for that.
Yeah, so
I thought I just
5,000 viewers.
Well, we've been doing this.
Mike's on mute.
Before that.
Mike's on mute. He's just
You're mute, Mike.
Yeah.
Hold on. This was before, so
Yeah, it was. He's been doing this for a while.
Verdict, I just brought it up because I had been running them, and I know what the rate has been, but since the verdict, I haven't had anybody running. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I probably would run them in there, but I don't as much as I don't like the verdict as the next guy. When the rates jumped, start bumping north of $7,000 from SoCal to Denver,
1,000 miles.
You're probably going to get some trucks
that are going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because when I was running, I was running Lee. Lee did it. He was running 5,500 from SoCal, and that was about a month ago. Mm-hmm. And then it jumped up a little bit. Tim was running for about $6,000, and then $5,000 from Phoenix to Denver.
Yeah.
Running that lane, he's done over $20,000 in 2 weeks, I think, doing that. And yeah, they jumped. I just out of curiosity, I looked, after that verdict came in, and I looked today with everything going on and everybody talking about it on, the internet or Facebook or whatever. So I looked at the rates, and yeah, they're posted for, let me bring it up.
So they are definitely being boycotted then, huh? I mean, I heard about it. I didn't know if it was really
the lane was already, the lane was already up there, but now I think probably more so. But there's so from 1222, this is what I have on DAT right now. Within 200 miles of Los Angeles to within 200 miles of Denver, Colorado, from the 22nd to the 24th, there's 215 loads on that lane alone.
Just for that 2 day period.
Just for that lane, for that 2 day period. And they range from the top one being 7,500.
Wow.
And it just says ready for pickup. No, not, 5 drops, nothing like that. That's going to, that's going to Commerce City, or that's right there at Denver. I was thinking that's near Pueblo, but no, $7,500. Obviously Christmas has something to do with it too, running over Christmas, I think, with the dates I have in there, but there's tons of them. They all have rates too, north of, starting as low as 3,400 going all the way up to 7,500, but the majority of them being, 5,500 and $7,000.
That's definitely a jump up from when you were doing it with those guys, a little bit a month ago. Joel, you told me today, I really wasn't booking any reefers or anything the last week or so. You said 14,000 coming out of the Pacific Northwest today, huh?
We got Damien $13,000 today out of Washington, cross country.
Yeah.
Those are available if you have a reefer in the Northwest.
Yeah.
Several.
Joel's all over it. He's like, man, 14,000 out there in a reefer coming out.
Set it and forget it. Yep.
And then here's Phoenix. I'd run Phoenix to Denver. It is $6,000 and $7,000 now. I'm seeing $7,000 from Phoenix to Pueblo, 800 miles. Yep. Ready now. Delivery Friday. 1-and-1, $7,000.
Colorado lane, you'd get there back there. You'd have to, 2 1 week, 1 the next. It'd be average.
You could do, So
I totally would head back. Yeah, totally.
I did it with both Lee and Tim. They did headed back, and the way it falls, if you do the SoCal to Denver, it falls to where you do about, I think you do, if you're deadheading back and just hammering down, you do like 2 1 week, and then it falls about 4 you can do in about 15 to 16 days, a little over 2 weeks. You can run 4.
Would you have your guys go over the 70? Or would you have
them
go to New Mexico?
I ran
them south. I ran them across 40
to the 25 and go up.
Yeah.
200 more miles, I bet.
Yeah, it's worth it.
But stay away from 70 and look for loads that deliver to Pueblo, because that's 100 miles south of Denver. So they can take that route and it not be any more miles. That's what
same
I was doing
miles.
with Lee, and I was getting lucky. I was finding them, but yeah, they can take that southern route. It's still only about 1,100 miles, give or
Well,
take.
Joel told me about it today too. One of his guys was on that doing it, but instead of deadheading back like we suggested, he decided to take a load back for like, what was it, Joel, $1,400 bucks?
That's pretty bad.
And you know,
40.
yeah, on 1,000 miles.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But
yeah, heavy too.
He made out going east.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it depends too. So the way I did it too, I got Lee and Tim. Actually, Kumar got Tim a great load out of there. I think it was like $2,400 from Colorado to Yuma, Arizona, or something.
Only the best loads. That's all I do.
Yeah, Kumar's just that he's booked 3 loads
actually,
in his
I
life.
take that back. Actually, it might not have been Kumar. Who's on? It might have been Austin. Sorry, Kumar.
It might have been. It was probably Austin.
Yeah, no, I don't think.
I will say, Christian Kumar, you know, when he started with us, he knew nothing. He's doing pretty good, man. He's learning. He's taking care of the show stuff, but in our Instagram, Facebook, all those things. But he's booking a few loads and he's running everything. He's calling people, calling on loads, but he's running it all by us. And where would we do it? How would we run them? Where would we hit them? And you've booked a few loads now, haven't you, Kumar?
Yeah, I think like 4 or 5, maybe.
That's good.
So I would like to see him run a truck or two for a week.
Yeah,
with a little bit of feedback, and then we should have him. Then we should have him drive it. Then we should have him. He should present it one week, as
like we did.
Yeah,
I think that's a good idea, and we do have a plan for coming up in the new year. We've all been talking about it, giving him one driver that that's been with us for a long time, that knows Kumar now. Let him plan him and you know, see how it's just, you need that to step out there on your own and do it, you know, and that'll help him.
If we have to guarantee his paycheck, let us know first, though.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's going to be a millionaire by the time he's done with me.
So also, Christian, we mentioned this. Ray, you're on here, right? You're still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
We thought it would be a great idea to put Kumar in the truck with Ray when he comes after the holidays, when he's back up, because Ray does run Texas to the Midwest, and have him run up, get in the truck with Ray and just kind of learn from Ray for a week. And then Ray can drop him back off up here. We thought that'd be a great idea. We didn't ask you yet, Ray, but I knew you would do it. And
he said Ray's going to help teach him. He's going to teach him how to eat cactus and teach him how to
he's going to be.
You'll be at the. I have with that. I only got a single bed in my truck.
You'll be at the truck stop, going right in at showers. You'll be eating grilling cactuses at the truck stop on the back of your truck.
It'll be a blast.
Yeah.
Don't forget, he'll have to have his own floaty.
We just,
Ray, did you tell me you have a single bunk?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my goodness.
Well, they
can't wait for those photos.
Big spoon, little spoon. That's not going to be nice.
They can get a hotel. Kumar could get a hotel.
If we do it,
I'm pretty small, so we could fit together.
Ray, listen, if we do it, we would probably pay for the hotel for you guys to get a hotel and at night. It would, you know, we're just trying to get him some road experience.
Or for the road experience, have Ray go into the hotel and then just have
make him sleep in the truck.
There you go. He'd sleep with a gun.
So you just
nothing. Don't hit any buttons. Don't touch nothing.
Ray, you pull the brakes, leave the truck idling, and let's see if he can sleep.
And if there's a girl on your step asking for a cigarette, the answer is I don't smoke and go away.
Yeah, and make sure you have an empty Gatorade bottle when you lock the doors and go to sleep at night.
They know the LLs.
Yeah, that's
Report
fine.
Report them.
Well, listen, so it's Christmas, right? So Kumar's got some Christmas stuff he and I are going to read off, and you guys can stop us and ask her, you know, any questions you got about it. But we're not going to get into too much trucking stuff. But I wanted to go over this because these are some things I didn't even know about Christmas. So Kumar, you want to do the first one?
Yep. Okay. So Santa Claus is based on a real life saint named Saint Nicholas, who lived from about March 15th, 270 AD to December 6th, 343 AD. And he was
Jim
located.
Mackey
Jim Mackey knew him.
It was located in what's now Turkey. At the time, it was the Roman Empire. He was known to be very generous, and kind of like the story of the stocking and like Santa Claus kind of go hand in hand with him. I think it might be a little bit fabricated, but like an account that I heard when I was in Catholic school is So he learned of a man who could not afford his daughter's dowries. He had 3 daughters, and he could not pay for them to get married. So under the cover of night, Saint Nick, he threw a purse filled with cotton, or why did I say cotton, with gold coins down their chimney, where they landed in stockings that the girls had hung up to dry that night. So that started the stocking tradition. But I think that he just threw it through their window and called it a day.
He might have may or may not have made it in the stocking.
Probably not. My guess is that'd be some good aim.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. So he was about what, 73 years old.
Yeah, that's pretty old for
that time. Yeah. The first Christmas tree can be attributed to Prince Albert of Germany in 1848, when he got a tree for his new wife, Queen Victoria of England. A drawing of the first Christmas tree appeared in Illustrated London News, which made it go viral.
Yeah, that was like the first viral thing. And so then after that, everybody started doing Christmas trees.
Which brings up your next point about Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah. Coca-Cola played a huge part in Santa's image. Before they decided to use him for advertising, Santa looked pretty spooky and not really too jolly. So in 1931, Coca-Cola hired an illustrator named Haddon Sundblom to depict what he now thinks of as Santa, which is what we see now.
Which is what we see on screen, which right there, Christian Sneed, a.k.a. Santa Claus.
There he is. Because I was there, I can tell you why that year was such a good year. And I didn't look so crazy. It's because they took the Coke out of cocaine that year. So,
yeah.
No joke. Look it up.
Yes, well, yeah, no, they took the cocaine out of Coke. You mean?
Oh, yeah, you mean the...
Yeah.
They finally took the Coca-Cola out of my cocaine this year.
So, also... Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer first appeared in 1939. Do you guys remember the Montgomery Ward department store? I do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They had them right here in Akron, Cleveland area, and in New York City. Rudolph first appeared in 1939 when the Montgomery Ward department store asked one of its copywriters to create a Christmas story for kids that the store could distribute for a promotion. In the U.S., between 1659 and 1681, celebrating Christmas was illegal, and anyone caught celebrating would face a fine. Christmas was proclaimed a federal holiday on June 28th, 1870. And then we got a question for you guys. Kumar, you want to ask them?
Yeah. So let me. So between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day, how many packages does the U.S. Postal Service deliver
on average? And they give a range here. I will tell you that between such a number and such a number.
And what was it again? Say it again.
So between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day. So for the, from Thanksgiving to the end of the year, how many packages does the U.S. Postal Service deliver on average? And this probably could have changed, but he got this out of some encyclopedia.
Yeah, this was like a 2019 stat.
Yeah. Amazon may be changing things with that, but anyway, what do you guys think? How many packages do you think the U.S. Postal Service would deliver in that 40-day span?
150 million.
150 million, says Mackie.
500 million.
500 million.
500 million.
Nate.
I'm gonna do 225 million.
225. Santa?
It's kind of cheating because I know the answer because I'm Santa Claus.
You deliver them.
Yes. That's it. Wow. I have no idea. Maybe 320 million.
Yeah, 320.
Yeah, I'd go
420.
He goes 420.
I'm gonna go 250.
258. Okay.
Is that
probably?
Yeah.
I gotta think it's north of that, but I don't know. I'm just gonna say 250.
What'd you say, Joel? Did you answer?
I'm gonna say we took 40 days, 10 million a day. What's that? 400.
Yeah. What about you, Ray? Ray, what do you think?
I'm thinking about that in my head, and I got a way that I'm thinking about it in my head. So what is there, about 350 million people in the United States, roughly?
Yeah.
And everybody gives, or half of them give each other a present and multiple people. So I'm going to go with about maybe 750 million.
Yeah, I want to
7?
change my answer now that Ray has talked. So
What did you say?
I'd like to
Christian?
change my answer now
Yeah.
that Ray has spoken and brought some light to the subject. So
1 billion.
What do you think, Christian? What's your new answer? You can change it.
oh, I can change it. Well, that
Yeah.
if I'm right, that's why you're letting me change it. I'll stick to my original answer. Now.
There you go. Talked him right out of it.
Yeah.
You weren't right.
850 then. There you go.
Okay. Zach, did you? Oh, you said 420 million. Okay. The right answer is 850 to 950 million.
So his second answer.
Hey, your
was
second
right.
answer was right.
Dead on.
Dang it.
But you needed Ray to get you there. You needed Ray to get you there.
No, I have Russ renting space in my head is what I have. It's like he doesn't want me to win this. I got to change my answer.
Yeah.
So- and then
You saw
there's
the pictures last year of the like sorting centers, right?
yeah,
It was ridiculous.
I know I did see that. So, and there's one more thing, guys, for the bonus. Whoever gets it right doesn't get anything. Christmas decorating sends nearly how many people to the emergency room every year? One number.
Man.
Christmas decorating. In other words, putting up lights, stringing garland, all that stuff. How many people on average go to the emergency room?
100,000.
100,000, you say.
200.
What'd you say? 200 million?
200,000.
Oh, 200,000. What do you think,
That's
Ray?
worse than COVID. I'm gonna go with I'll go with 250,000.
250,000. Joel? In the emergency room, falling off their roof, sliding on ice, putting up garland and lights,
Setting your tree on fire.
setting the tree on fire.
I don't think there's that many. I mean, there's some knuckleheads out there. I'm gonna say, in what 20 days, 30 days, or
Yeah, whatever, from the time usually after
Usually
Thanksgiving.
day after Thanksgiving to
15,000.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I'd go 20,000.
Yeah.
You guys are both wrong.
Well, I'll go
What do you think,
25.
Santa? 25, Nate. What about you, Santa?
Say 170,000.
Depends on the eggnog.
170,000. Kevin?
I'm gonna go with 95,000.
95,000. And they think the Americans are clumsy. It was 15,000.
Hey.
Joel hit it right on the head.
Wow.
What was the packages?
The package was 850 to 950 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And it's probably
was
more
way
than that.
off.
That makes
Probably
sense.
more than
Yeah,
that.
it
now.
could be.
Yeah, that
Like
includes
it-
hernias
I'd
from
have
lifting up
broken it
that heavy present.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's
That
the
doesn't-
cause?
yeah.
Electrocution.
That doesn't include the broken hearts of all the kids that don't get what they want, obviously.
Right. And Joel, we don't have the information on what was the cause.
All
I was
right.
picturing sliding off of an icy roof,
Eggnog.
hanging onto your gutter because you were trying to put lights up. You know?
Busting both your legs.
Yeah, and having to jump because you're hanging off the gutter.
I'm thinking about people cutting their hands with scissors because, man, every time I cut paper, I go really quick. I'm like, wait, my finger's on the other side of that.
Yeah, see that.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys see that video that somebody created a guy that's hanging off the roof and lights
Yeah.
are attached to his leg because it's motorized, so he's like, it looks like he's falling off the roof. He's wearing a jacket and yeah, that's crazy. And I saw that I'm
I
just
didn't
wondering
see it.
how many cops they're gonna call on that guy right there.
Yeah.
So what happened?
He used like a PVC pipe to
Yeah.
to just create this guy, and it looks real. He just looks like he's wiggling, like holding onto the roof and like wiggling his legs.
Oh,
Looks
it's
very
very
realistic.
fake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny. That's funny. So, Santa, do you got anything else before we all go have a Merry Christmas?
Eggnog.
I really don't. I love eggnog this time of year. That's it. So if you kids out there would just exchange milk, which because I'm lactose intolerant, at least it's worth it if I have some eggnog. That'd be
What do they put in
fabulous.
the eggnog?
Yeah, don't worry about it. You can see through it. That's all you need to know about.
Mind your business.
From
That's
Eggnog, Utah.
Keep it cold.
Ice.
What about you there? The Florida man, what was his new
Riff Raff.
Riff
He also looks like
Yeah.
Penny Powers.
There's
He's
somebody,
got it
I
down.
can't think of it either. It's an actor that's like a gangster.
James Franco?
Maybe. I don't know. I can't think of the guy's name. That's just great.
Oh, you know what? Way back when we said we were going to do the beard contest, I think if you go back to the show, and I said, and immediately I knew what I was going to do, and I said,
Yeah, I remember that.
I mentioned Jody High Roller, and I just said, and everybody was kind of talking, and I just said, if you know, you know. So I gave it away way back then.
I do remember you
Yeah.
saying something about
Yeah.
just wait, or
Jody High Roller. I said,
yeah, but
And then you kept
Yeah,
saying
you
you were
guys-
going to win it. It was in the bag. Yeah.
yeah.
Have y'all
although
seen Spaceballs at all?
he's got a good shot at it, but I will say we have some great beard pictures.
When I saw
from you guys,
when I saw your cousin, I was like, "Oh man, that's a good Christmas."
That's Austin's dad. That's my brother-in-law. Yeah, that cracked me up.
It was your cousin.
No, it's my brother-in-law. He lives down in Tennessee. He's a biker, man. I did not expect that. Because my sister texted me last night. She said, are you ready for Jason's beard picture? And I said, oh yeah, we got to get him in. This is the last week. And she goes, okay. And I sent Kumar a text. I said, hey, I'm sending you my brother-in-law's. And then it went on for a while that she didn't send it to me. And Kumar's like, where is it? I didn't get it. And then finally I text her and I said, hey, Wanda, I didn't get it. And she's like, hold on, we're working on it. Then I knew it was going to be good. And I just cracked up when he sent that. That was great.
That was a good.
That apple doesn't fall far from the blue tree, does it?
Yeah, right. And you got to understand my brother-in-law. He is not a guy that's going to decorate his beard. I mean, I can imagine him riding his motorcycle down the road over in Nashville like that. He's just not that. He's a tough guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He spent 20 years or 10 years in the Marine Corps, 10 years in the Army, retired from the military. You know, he's just not a guy that I couldn't believe it when I saw it. So that was great. Thank you, Jason, for joining in the contest with us. And it's going to be a tough competition. I'm really excited to see who comes out ahead.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. So, man, it's been a great year spending every week with you guys doing Talkin Truckin. It's actually, I would have never imagined we're doing what we're doing right now. 37 episodes in. It's just been fantastic. I love it. I look forward to it. Hell, we end up hiring Kumar. He's in here.
Yeah, I got me a job out of it.
He got a job out of it.
That's it.
Our cast of regular drivers that are on, has grown with Kevin, Nate, and Mackie and Ray. It's just great having you guys on every week. Christian, I love the Santa Claus thing and all the insight and wisdom you bring to the show. Doty, always been my partner in this, putting this together and Talkin Truckin. Joel, you've always been with me. So you guys, Zach producing it, my son Matthew, putting the videos together every week. I know he stays up almost all night, probably sometimes, because he's got school at Ohio State, then he works. So we appreciate that. Ian on the news. So Merry Christmas to everyone on our fleet, everyone on our show, anyone that's listening. We appreciate you guys. And then Kumar, what do you got?
Well, subscribe, or I guess follow all of our social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at Talkin Truckin, without the G's.
Yeah,
that's all.
Christian, you got anything else?
No, man. I'm just excited to be here as Santa Claus.
That's great.
This thing's been sitting in the bag for 3 years and it doesn't smell.
I love it.
I feel like I'm going to fall asleep. It's really warm.
And it's so great. I love
just go to sleep.
I love seeing Kevin sitting right next to you too. I love that we had some of our drivers stop into your terminal. It's great.
Yeah.
Christian will always treat any of our drivers. If you're in that area, stop in and see Christian and his staff. They'll treat you like gold. And we'll do the same for any Dawson driver at our terminal.
And if you're larger than a 2X, we have a shirt for you. If you don't, you need to gain some weight.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So, Doty, anything else? How's Florida weather for Christmas? What are you, 85 and sunny on Christmas Day?
Yeah, no, I think we had a little cold front coming in. It's about 65 today.
Right.
70 over here.
A little chilly.
Out after his
Joel, you got anything else before we get out of here?
Brother?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Zach, you got anything?
No.
He's good.
Deuces.
Kumar, you talked about our social media. So everyone, Ray, Mackie, Merry Christmas, you guys. Have a happy holiday and with your family. You guys deserve it. And we will talk to you right after New Year's.
Happy holidays.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Stay blessed, guys.